find the weapon DBS, you want to ask the developers to remove that weapon from the game. Keep playing in the sandbox, in the bootcamp. When you have the gun and you're full HP, and one guy comes with the DBS and you just one shot. This is why I want to ask to remove that weapon from the game.
All right, so update 2.9 came with a lot of changes, right? Vikendi is officially back. I'm gonna have a whole separate video on Vikendi that I'm gonna be breaking down, but it's back. It's better than ever. We got the event on it. Also with 2.9, we saw a lot of changes to weapons, specifically the DMRs, right? Where PUBG is trying to put DMRs back into the meta. All right, they really want DMRs to work, to the point where they've made them full auto as long as you make it to a shop and buy one of those attachments. One weapon though that we've talked about in the past, but have not had it, there hasn't been any changes to it at all. All right, and that weapon that we're talking about is the DBS. Classic players and competitive players, as you guys are seeing on the screen, you're gonna see a theme throughout this video. And that is going to be a lot of shotguns. All right, specifically the DBS, but not just the DBS. We're also going to see a lot of S12K action in this video as well. So the DBS originally, as most of you know, was in the airdrops. Okay, now the thing with that is the DBS already came to the game pretty broken, believe it or not. They haven't really messed with damage. The only thing they messed with is they gave it 2 buffs specifically. The first buff that the DBS got was damage over distance. They made it to where it wasn't just CQC. They made it to where this weapon was going to be viable from about 20 to even 30 meters away, where you could hit your shots and where you could still do almost the same damage as if the person, was right, you guys were chest bumping in a CQC situation. The other buff that they did, and this was the killer right here, and that is they made it a world drop. Making the DBS a world drop weapon completely changed the game, because before, with it being in the airdrop, usually when people push airdrops, what do they want? They want an MG3. They want like the old AUG. They want the Groza. You know what I mean? These are the type of weapon, the AWM. These are the weapons people want. They'll risk their game by going into an open field to smoke a drop in order to get one of these weapons. So when the DBS was first released and it was in a drop, people were like, I'm not going to pick this stupid thing up. Why am I, we're in the 4th circle. I just looted a drop and I'm going to, switch my loadout for a shotgun. Ain't going to happen. And they realized that. PUBG Mobile realized no one's picking up the DBS from the drop. So what did they do instead? They made it a world spawn. So this did 2 things. This made it to where the weapon was now readily available, and the fact it's on every single map. And it's not like the M24 or the SLR, we will go 10 matches and not find one. They made it to where the DBS is damn near in every single, it's almost as if it's in every single building. So we're featuring Feitz in this one, you guys. My boy Feitz, he dropped a tweet. All right, this guy is a content gold mine when it comes to the stuff he tweets out, because he tweets out nothing but truth. I mean, truly. Here's what his tweet said. It said, competitive PUBG Mobile isn't that enjoyable to watch anymore when everyone is using the DBS. How has it not got nerfed yet? So that was his tweet. And when I read that, I said, this is going to be a great time to bring up the DBS. Not only from his tweet, but something that we noticed for those of us that are paying attention to the PMPL, which is going on right now. It's almost like 24/7 right now. And you're going to see this theme, like any clip, any engagement, you are going to see a team running at least 2 or 3 shotguns. All right. And when it comes to the effectiveness of this weapon, all these players are good. That's something you guys have to understand. When it comes to competitive, even the team that's in 16th place right now is going to be better than probably anybody watching this video. Like, all these teams have highly skilled players. All these teams and all these players deserve a slot in the PMPL, right? All fighting for that top spot. So when you put a shotgun in a pro player's hand, players that literally don't miss anything, it doesn't add a lot to the competitive scene. When it comes to all these weapons doing the exact same thing. When I'm watching competitive, or when we saw the meta before, before the DBS went world drop, there was a lot more finesse. There's a lot more, lean and peeks. We were just, chipping away. We were peeking, say, behind this door, doing a little bit of damage, like right here. You're peeking, and then you push. When everybody has the DBS, it just doesn't. To me, it doesn't seem that fun to watch people. And the reason why, it's nothing against them. These guys, if you want to know what the best weapons in the game are, this is who you're going to watch. You're going to watch the pro players that have hundreds of thousands of dollars, on the line in their matches. And what are you going to see? You're seeing the M4 and you're seeing the DBS. We do see the only weapon that you will often see in competitive, if you don't see a shotgun, you're going to see the UMP. Just straight facts right there. Look, all these engagements, it's DBS. Look at the kill feed. It's just DBS versus DBS versus S12K. And it also goes hand in hand with the classic matches. The difference in classic, you'll see people playing like this, but then you'll also see someone who's camping in a corner, or hiding behind a wall or underneath a windowsill with a DBS in their hand, and it's just one shot and you are dead. And it's taking look at this DBS. Look at this, bro. It's just DBS. That was actually that was probably like a 10-meter shot right there. It does not have to be, right here for this weapon to be effective. So what do you do to fix it? And this is, I believe, this is EU PMPL, but you see the same thing in NA. You're seeing the same thing all over the planet when it comes to the DBS and not shotguns in general. You're not seeing the pump. You're not seeing the over-under. You're seeing the S12K and the DBS. The reason why the DBS is so effective is it's literally kind of like a spray. You're still tapping, but it's so fast. And you're not just covering, it's not just like a one bullet, like a sniper. Like an is going to one shot, but you have to hit him in the head, right? Small target, one bullet, long reload, or, not reload, but when you're, racking the round back into the chamber. The DBS covers a wide spread. It's a shotgun, right? It has like 9, I think it's a double aught buck. It has like 9 pellets in these shells. So it covers a wide, it has a nice spread to it. You don't even have to have the reticle right on the enemy. And you're going to hit them and you're going to drop them instantly. S12K is also effective, if not just as effective. The difference with S12K, it still has that kind of, I don't want to say auto, but it's very, very rapid. It's very, very fast. But it has a lot of recoil. It does have a decent kick, especially when you're a CQC situation. It does have, look, DBS all over the place. Look, is it this way? Yeah, DBS. The S12K has a really big kick to it. So you have the M10, which you'll never see in competitive because they don't play Livic. But it's not on all the other maps, so it's easy to escape it. The DBS, however, is everywhere. So the real question is, how do we fix it? How do we fix... Here's some NA footage right here. How do you fix the DBS? I think there's two ways. The first way is what we mentioned at the start of the video. Put the DBS back into the airdrop. If they put the DBS back into the drop, I think that would fix... if you really want the DBS and you want that one-stop punching power that the DBS has, you're gonna be going to a airdrop, or good luck finding a flare and calling one in. That's one option. That'd be the easiest option. So the airdrop is definitely an easy way to fix it. It's already been in the game. It's already there. The second way that they could fix it, if they're not going to mess with the damage, if they're not going to mess with the reload speed, which they could do very easily, But one thing you could do, look at this, look at this, look, you have a 1v4 right here. DBS, no other weapon on the map would that have been able to happen. That is crazy. That was for the clutch too. There's only 2 alive in that team. Just got the res. That's crazy. 4 shots and you wipe a squad. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The other way they could fix this issue is make it to where the DBS isn't in every single building, every single room. Dial down the spawn, the spawn rate of the weapon. And I mean, just like the SLR, just like the M24, these are weapons you don't often find on the map. They're not, I mean, they're there, but you really got to go on an Easter egg hunt to find one. They could fix the spawn rate of DBSs, that are showing up. So they're not like, I mean, all over the place. These are certain things that they could do that I think would still be very, very fair and make it to where, hey, if you find one, hey, good on you. Or if it goes in the airdrop, you want to risk your game for a drop and you find one, hey, there you go. But I think we're beyond the point to where everybody knows how effective this weapon is. And I mean, classics is one thing, but when it comes to esports, I mean, players have said, I mean, it's no secret. They've all said they don't even like this style of gameplay. I like when you see like the SMGs, these type of weapons where, to me, it just takes a little bit more skill, especially in the hands of a pro player. So anyway, how do we fix the situation? I'll be reading all the comments. I'll see you down below.